AI is like a knife. A knife can be used to spread your butter, but a knife can also be used to murder. Now, imagine that in the past, we were never worried about a knife being abused because it wasn't the knife that was the problem, because humans are the ones that run and control the knife. But now imagine that the knife makes its own decisions. It decides whether it wants to spread butter on your bread or murder. And that is the cusp that we're on right now, is where those decisions are about to be made. And it used to be that it was strictly just digital content, right? And I remember last year that people should be concerned that if all of their work is done like this on a screen and a keyboard, that AI will be able to do it and will be able to do it better. But that was constrained to just keyboard and digital content. But the moment that transitions over to beyond, that's when things can get scary.
Yeah, the double edge on AI is something that we're all seeing. And to your example that I was giving previously, you can use a knife in a kitchen that can be used for good, or you can use it in other environments. And that's what we're leading with. And now this knife is not a knife that you can control. It's available everywhere. We're seeing seamlessly deploying WhatsApp, and now people can access it with a voice call. They can access it from any device. They're connecting it to all of their data. They're basically, yesterday I was reading some use cases of people just trying to go and connect it to some files released by the Department of Defense of US and scrapping information to find insights. So it can be used by anyone, and right now the cost is almost free on many of these tools. Still, we're still on that stage where we're still free. There's never free. We're the product, as people say in the market. If you're not getting charged, you're the product. And yes, we're giving these companies a lot of information, but that double sword is becoming something hard in the market, and that's what keeps people up at night, because we don't know how to secure these systems when they become public. When you have them in control inside, they're beautiful because they can fail and you can control the failure. But when this is facing things that is impacting your business, critical processes, or even serving your customers, and we have heard all of these histories from chatbots and many different instances connected to these models where they have gotten these companies in front of a judge, yeah, receiving fines or even getting this business out of the market. So it's a new tool set that is very risky as knives, and it's the real challenge. And that's why we enjoy every single day solving this issue that we have created.
Right. Well, one of the ways that I like to think about some of the newer developments that are happening is to use that analogy of the knife, is that if it's inside of a contained machine that has, security by design, we have new startups that are basically making it simpler for you to run an existing model locally, entirely internally, because the risk, of course, of any organization is if you start giving the public LLMs all of your data, is that even with a terms of service agreement that says they will not use your data with future training, but only for your own particular use, and you start to contribute and grow in the context window to make it more and more relevant and powerful, if you really want to make sure that stays 100% locally within the organization, that is possible now.